So I was talking to one of my friends this week, and he was telling me about how he was reading in Acts, and he was really encouraged by how Jesus appeared to the apostles. And Luke writes about it in Acts chapter 1, and he showed them, he gave them many convincing proofs that he was alive. And so he was really, my buddy was really encouraged by that. And I've been thinking about it ever since he was talking to me about it, about our stories and the power of a story and the power of hearing stories. And so I've really been trying to, the last couple of weeks, be really a lot more intentional. I've had a few meetings now that I've really tried to begin with stories. I had a meeting with my advisory board last night, and staff meetings the last couple of weeks I've said, come on, let's talk about some stories. And when you start talking about those stories, man, it makes you want to have another story. It makes you want to encounter other people or share that story with somebody else, because you see how everybody enjoys the story about how the Lord is, like, it's a convincing proof that he is alive. I'm talking about those kind of stories. I'm not talking about a story where you fall or something and it's just a funny story. I'm talking about a story that has to do with Jesus bringing life into a situation, into some person. And those stories, man, they're just incredibly encouraging. And so my encouragement to you this week is, like, what are your stories? And what stories are you sharing with people? And if you aren't sharing stories, why not? Like, do you have any stories? Because you should. Like, Jesus started the church in its infancy, and it says, after many convincing proofs that he was alive. That's what the things that he was sharing with them was post-resurrection. And our stories are convincing proofs that Jesus is alive today, that he lives in us, that he's moving in and around and through us, that he's moving in other people. And that's when the Holy Spirit gets a hold of us and we start sharing those stories of what he's doing. That's why the church is called a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a family of God, is we're inspiring one another with the stories and the move of the living God of the universe and what he's alive doing right now in, around, and through us. And so we should all have stories, and we should all be sharing those stories. So I want to challenge you this week. What's your story?